Hi everyone, it's Jadie here from the Sacred Women Mystery School. Today is the fall equinox and I'm here to share with you some wisdom that might help you on your journey. I'm sure it will. And also to do a Medicine Woman tarot reading to help us with the next few months ahead. So if we look at the solar wheel, the sun takes his journey around, well, the sun doesn't journey, the earth journeys, but the sun goes through this 12 monthly cycle. And when he gets to go through each of the different star signs. So here we are tonight at the point of equal day and equal night. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's the fall equinox. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the spring equinox. So in the fall, we're in this energy of the harvest. We're in a space where we are giving thanks for what we have created this year. And even if you're in a place where what you've created is internal treasure, you may have been through a lot this year. I mean, that astrologically, we have all been through a massive journey, and we've just come out of the equinox season, which always brings a lot up because we're being called into rising our consciousness, to the lifting of consciousness, so that we can shake off the different programs that are limiting us from our highest expression. Because essentially, we are at a time in the planet where we are remembering that we are free, that freedom is our birthright, and these ancient ways of being are our birthright. So I'm getting distracted because it looks like my lips are moving really slowly. Anyway, so here we are at the point of equal day and equal night. We're also, the sun is moving into Libra, into the constellation of Libra. And Libra is all about balance. You know, the cosmic wisdom over the past 6 years has been that we're moving into a time where the masculine and feminine is being balanced within us, where once we would look to a partner to be our significant other, you know, if you're born into a feminine body and you identify as woman, you know, reaching to a man to fill that cup, or the opposite way around. But what's happening now is we're realizing that we are both. And so Libra comes to help us find balance, help us to restore where we've been out of whack. Libra is an air sign. So this is really about understanding that our body is the pipe through which the divine breathes. You know, you are the channel between heaven and earth. You're the place where Father Sun and Mother Earth get to meet and unite in your body, in your heart. And this is why we have the opportunity to learn how to work with our creative life force and our sexual energy in a really pure and beautiful, honoring way for all beings, and for ourselves to come back into balance. And so here we are on the night of equal day, equal night. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're coming out of a deep winter, and it's time to plant your seeds. It's time for you to celebrate the spring flowers, make an altar of spring flowers, create a beautiful space for yourself to go into the dreaming of how you want to plow your field this year. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, we go out and we collect the beautiful leaves that are falling. We celebrate the pumpkins and the harvest. It's a time of enjoying the honey that's been gleaned from the bees, and, you know, having celebrating with wine and drinking and eating and enjoying the fruits of our labor. And so even if you're in the city and you haven't been connected to the earth as much, you can still celebrate your harvest. Like, what have you created this year? What has been really fruitful for you? Tonight, sit and give yourself gratitude. Write a list of everything that you have accomplished and become and overcome and created. And that doesn't have to be monetary. In fact, I invite you to get away from that thinking for a moment and really love yourself for the being that you are and all that you have overcome, because we're very old souls and we've been through lots of journeys, and where you are today is perfect in the imperfection. So I've done a little reading. As we move into Libra, the card that is governing this month is the Exemplar of Pipes. And you can see this woman who's in mastery. She's got her staff, she's got her drum, she's got her pipe, she's got her tools around her. And like I was saying before, this energy of the pipes, it's really going into a space of asking the question, what is my soul here to express, to share, to be? And we are all here to experience pleasure. We are all here to experience freedom. We are all here to realize that we are spiritual beings having a physical, human experience. So this is where we're invited with the energy of the air and the direction of the east, the spring, the rising sun, this whole freshness, to enter into a rendezvous with life in a way that is in mastery of our thoughts, in a way that is in mastery of our sexual energy, where we are taking ourselves into cultivation practices that are deeply self-caring, so that we can be the pure vessel through which the divine breathes itself, because you are that already. So the question this month is, how can I bring more balance into my world? How can I stand here with this staff of truth in my hand and really anchor myself into who I truly am, to release the patterns around your mind that are keeping you limited? You know, noticing and releasing the patterns that are around you as a being, culturally or, you know, family or otherwise, to set yourself free. So this month you're being invited into a deeper question. Like, this is a time to meditate, to go within, to let yourself be really clear. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're getting clear about what you're creating. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you're getting clear about what you've gleaned this year. And so another really important thing to know right now is that Venus is retrograde. So Venus is the planet of relationships and love and beauty and all the things that are juicy and delicious. And so she is retrograde in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. And what is going to happen for us until around December is, collectively we're being taken back into our wounding with the opposite sex. We are going to become aware of how we're not self-caring. We're going to become super aware of where we're not showing up for ourselves. So this is an invitation to deep self-care, to truly show up how you need to show up for you. This doesn't mean like become radical and Puritan and all these things. No, it's about asking your body, is this coffee really serving me, or is it draining my life force? Ask the question, what is draining my life force right now, and kick it to the curb. Let it go. Clean out your garden, Southern Hemisphere. Clean that garden out. Create space for your seeds to grow. Northern Hemisphere, let the leaves fall off the trees. Let go of this shit that's not serving you. It's not necessary. We're all beautiful and awesome. If someone is dragging you down, if behaviors and patterns are dragging you down, then it's time to let them go. So this month we have Libra helping us, and Venus helping us to really see where we're dragging ourselves down in our thinking towards the opposite sex, in our lack of union within the opposite sex. Like, how is your relationship with your inner masculine and feminine? Is one squashing the other? How can we bring this sacred union within into a place of absolute potency? And Melissa and I are launching our course for the first time. So for the sisters that are watching this, the Sex Yourself and Your Cycle program is really deeply about self-care. It's about healing the wounded feminine within us and coming into a beautiful space with sisters to support each other so that we can be the place of nourishment on the planet for all beings, for our communities, for our brothers, our lovers, our fathers. It's time for us all to just really heal in this river of feminine wisdom. So then we move from Libra, we move into glorious Scorpio. And Scorpio is ruled by Mars, but it's also like this water sign. And Scorpio is incredibly seductive. Scorpio is also the planet that brings death. And death is required to bring life, to bring new life. Now, water is emotion. Within us, the energy of water, within the medicine wheel, of the womb as well, ladies. The water is emotion. It's energy in motion. So how we direct our thoughts during Libra is going to create this motion that's going to propel us forward. So the question is, what emotions do you want to have in your cup? What do you want to drink? Are you allowing your cup to be filled? Or are you pouring it out constantly, and not truly letting yourself be nourished? So the card we have is the Ace of Bowls. And notice the masculine and the feminine are holding their bowls up. The Ace is the beginning. It's the energy of infinite potentiality. So this is an invitation to come into a new relationship with your emotions, to realize that you are the king and queen of your emotions. And when you learn how to master your emotions rather than be driven by them and fueled by them and being reactive, this is your invitation to become responsive to life. And when you become responsive, then the emotion, the energy in motion sets us up for what shows up in our physical reality. So then the next phase, the third month of this next quarter that we're entering into through this portal tonight of equal light, equal dark, equal masculine, equal feminine, we move into Sagittarius. And Saggy is a fire sign, so Saggy like pulls back the arrow and goes, aim straight and shoot. TM, Captain Redbeard. Aim straight and shoot. Where are you going? Where are you directing this incredibly powerful tool of your mind? Saggy says universal knowledge is really necessary. And so it's interesting, the card that I've pulled for Saggy, the Saggy season, is the Trickster reversed. So in the traditional deck, this is a Devil card, and it's ruled by Capricorn. So you can see there's been a thief, and these people are sitting there with their empty bowl, wondering what happened. There's an awesome story about the devil. So this man is walking up to the pearly gates, and he comes across the devil, and the devil's got all these people in chains. And he gets angry at the devil. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you putting these people in this limitation? And he's angry, and he's like, I need to get up to the pearly gates. And all these ideas start filling his head. And then all of a sudden he looks down. Oh, the devil says to him, look down, have another look. And he looks, and he realizes that these people are in chains, but they're not done up. So they've put themselves in chains, but they're actually free. And so the medicine of a trickster card is to realize the illusion. And when we think about the way that Saggy is coming in with this sort of truth and saying, hey, what are you aligning with? What universal knowledge are you actually aligning your life with? What illusions have you bought into is what this trickster card brings to the energy of Saggy. What illusions are you allowing yourself to be entertained with? Where are you holding yourself in chains by the way that you're thinking, by the processes and the belief systems that are being stuck in your mind? And so this, my friends, is a little check-in to help you have more awareness about how you can best use your tools, because we have the tools of the air, the tools of the dreamer, realizing we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We have the tools of the fire, realizing that we are creating our world with our thoughts, what we're aligning with, how we're the consciousness that we're choosing to be. We realize that we're water, that we are formulating our reality through how we're relating emotionally in the world, what we're allowing our emotions to create. And we realize that we are also earth, that we are from the earth, that every single thing that we touch, everything that is on our body, all provision is coming from earth, and this is the heart mother. There is nothing in the room that you are in right now that did not come from her body. So matter comes from mother. And when we have a relationship with ourselves as feminine and masculine beings, all beings are both. We all need both. We all need mother. We all need father. And so this is where we honor the fact that there are wheels upon wheels. We are in the solar wheels, and we are in lunar wheels, and they just keep turning and turning, and the cosmos has got our back. I love you. Mwah. Check the links under the video. If you're feeling a call to check out more about the Sex Yourself and Your Cycle program, please have a look. I'm brewing all sorts of amazing, juicy things right now, and I'm really excited to be heading back to Australia. Can't wait to see you all, my beautiful friends. And if you need any assistance, please reach out. I'd love to do a reading for you, or we can do some clairaudient coaching and counseling, whatever you need. Let's brew it. Don't stay in limitation. Freedom is your birthright. I love you. Mwah.